You can't live in reaction mode and expect to feel in control of your future. You have to choose. And the good news? You can choose differently starting today. You can create boundaries. You can turn off the noise. You can prioritize deep work over shallow attention. You can remind yourself every single day, I'm not here to watch others succeed. I'm here to build something real, and that takes discipline. Discipline is not punishment. It's self-respect. It's proof that your dreams matter enough to earn your full attention. So don't wait for focus to show up. Create it, train it, live it. And watch how fast your life begins to change. You owe it to yourself to make your dreams the priority in your life. Not just something you think about once in a while. Not just something you write down in a journal once a year. But a real, consistent, everyday priority. Because if you don't make your dreams important, no one else will. And if you keep putting them last, you'll keep living a life that feels second best. Too often, we treat our dreams like an afterthought. We give our time, our energy, and our attention to everything else. Our jobs, other people's opinions, our endless to-do lists. And then maybe at the end of the day, when we're too tired to think clearly, we try to work on what actually matters to us. That's backwards. Your dream deserves better than your leftovers. It deserves your best. It deserves your full effort. Think about how much time you spend on things that don't actually move your life forward. Hours on your phone. Hours worrying about what people will think. Hours doubting yourself. Procrastinating, waiting for the perfect moment to start. But that perfect moment, it doesn't exist. If you keep waiting for everything to feel right before you take action, you'll wait forever. Making your dreams a priority means treating them like they matter more than your comfort zone. It means showing up even when you're tired, even when you're scared, even when it's easier to binge watch someone else living their life instead of building your own. This isn't about hustle culture or burning yourself out. It's about being honest with yourself. Are you really giving your dream the attention it deserves? Or are you just hoping it happens someday? Hope is not a strategy. You can't hope your way into the life you want. You build it. One focus day at a time. One decision at a time. You build it by choosing your dream over your distractions, over your doubt, over your fear. And here's the truth. You don't need anyone's permission to take yourself seriously. Stop waiting for someone to believe in you. Stop waiting for the perfect support system, the perfect plan, or the perfect moment. The only permission you need is your own. You don't have to explain your dream to anyone else. You don't have to convince anyone that it matters. If it matters to you, that's enough. That's the sign you've been looking for. The reason so many people feel stuck is because they're living their lives in reaction mode. They wake up and immediately respond to everything around them, emails, texts, other people's demands, and they never stop to ask, what do I actually want today? If you want to change your life, that question has to come first. Every single day, you have to make time for what matters to you before everything else steals your energy. No more saying, I'll get to it when I have time. You have to make time. You make time by cutting what doesn't serve you. By setting boundaries, by being willing to be misunderstood, by putting your phone down, closing the tab, and getting to work on your own dream instead of consuming someone else's. This is not about being perfect, it's about being committed. You're allowed to have off days, you're allowed to rest. But rest is not quitting. Taking a break is not giving up. The problem is when those breaks turn into habits, and those habits turn into avoidance, and that avoidance becomes your lifestyle. That's how dreams die, slowly, quietly, through neglect. And you don't even notice it's happening until one day you wake up and realize you've been living on autopilot for years. You are not put on this earth to just get by. You are not made to live in the shadow of your potential. Your dreams are not random. They are rooted in your purpose. And when you start treating them like a priority, everything changes. Your energy shifts. Your confidence builds. Your life begins to align with the person you were always meant to be. So stop putting your dreams at the bottom of your list. Stop waiting for someone else to hand you the time. Take it. Take it. Own it. Make your goals a non-negotiable part of your life. Because the future you want, it's not coming to find you. You have to go build it. There's something incredibly powerful that happens when you stop letting envy eat away at you and start using it as fuel. Because here's the truth most people won't tell you. Envy isn't bad. Envy is information. It's a signal. It's your mind and your heart pointing at something and saying, I want that. But instead of listening to that signal and taking action, most people sit in it. They scroll, they compare, they complain, and they shrink. When you see someone doing what you want to do, living how you want to live, creating what you want to create, it can neither inspire you or paralyze you. That choice is yours. You can let it be a reminder of what's possible, or you can let it convince you that you'll never get there. One turns envy into momentum. The other turns it into self-sabotage. The problem isn't that you feel envy. The problem is that you've been trained to believe that when someone else wins, you lose. But success isn't limited. It's not pie. Just because someone else has a slice doesn't mean there's less left for you. In fact, when someone else achieves something you dream about, it's proof that it's possible. It's evidence that the life you want can actually be built. That should excite you, not defeat you. But here's what happens too often. Instead of using that as motivation, we spiral. We start thinking we're behind, that we're not good enough, that we missed our shot. And that's a lie. You're not behind. You're just distracted. You're not unqualified. You're just uncommitted. The difference between you and the people you admire isn't talent. It's action. They didn't just want it. They went after it. They didn't just talk about it. They did something about it. And you can too. You've got to stop sitting on the sidelines watching other people live out the version of life that you secretly want. That feeling of envy? Let it push you. Let it be the spark that gets you off the couch and into motion. Don't just admire their discipline, build your own. Don't just wish you had their confidence, take small steps to earn yours. Don't just hope your time will come. Make this your time. Every time you feel that sting of comparison, that little voice that says, must be nice, flip it, catch it, turn it into a question. What can I do today to get closer to my version of that? Because there's always something you can do. It might be small, it might be messy, but action kills envy. Progress silences that voice. You don't need to be where they are. You just need to take the next step toward where you want to be. And look, this isn't about copying anyone else's path. This isn't about doing what someone else is doing just because it looks good on social media. This is about recognizing what lights you up and then doing something about it. Because that jealousy you feel, it's just buried desire. It's your dream calling out for attention, begging you to stop ignoring it. You're not jealous because you're bitter. You're jealous because you're capable. And deep down, you know you've been holding yourself back. So the next time you see someone winning, don't let it make you feel small. Let it remind you that winning is possible, that success is real, that you're not crazy for wanting more, that the life you dream about isn't out of reach. It's just on the other side of some consistent effort. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to do one thing today that future you will thank you for. Because the people you envy, they didn't get there by wishing. They got there by starting. And if they can do it, so can you. So no more watching from the sidelines. No more scrolling and sulking. No more shrinking. Use that energy, channel it, turn it into a reason to begin. Your dream is waiting. Now go chase it with everything you've got. Let's get real about something most people avoid. Your dream is not going to build itself. It's not going to magically appear in your life just because you want it badly enough. Wishing for something, visualizing it, journaling about it. Those things are great, but they are not a substitute for action. You can sit around all day with a clear vision board and the strongest intentions in the world, but if you're not doing the actual work, you're not getting anywhere. And deep down, you know that. The dream doesn't do the work, you do. And this is where most people get stuck. They fall in love with the idea of the dream, but not the process it takes to achieve it. They want the success without the struggle. They want the results without the repetition. But that's not how this works. If you want to build something real, something meaningful, something that lasts, you have to be willing to show up and do the work even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Because here's what nobody talks about. Most of the work is invisible. Most of the progress happens behind the scenes, when nobody's clapping, nobody's watching, and nobody's validating your efforts. It happens in the quiet hours when you're tired, but you keep going. It happens when you say no to distractions, when you stay in instead of going out, when you choose discipline over convenience. That's when growth happens. You can't wait until you feel like it. If you only work on your dream when you're excited or motivated, you're not going to get very far. Real progress demands consistency. It demands commitment. And it demands that you stop making excuses for why you haven't started or why you're not where you want to be yet. Excuses don't build dreams. Action does. You've got to stop treating your dream like an optional side project. It's not extra. It's essential. It's the thing that could change your entire life if you just decide to give it your full energy. Not half of your energy. Not when I have time. Not when things calm down now. You start now, and you make it a non-negotiable part of your life. It's going to take work. You're going to have days where you feel like it's not worth it. Days where you question everything. Days where you feel behind. That's normal. But you don't quit. You don't stop. You keep going anyway. That's what separates the people who build their dreams from the ones who keep talking about them. The ones who keep saying one day, and the ones who say today because let me tell you something. Nobody is coming to build it for you. Nobody is going to care about your dream more than you do. You are the architect. You are the engine. You are the person responsible for making it happen. And yes, you will need help. You will need support, but you cannot outsource the work. You cannot delegate your own effort. You've got to get in the habit of showing up for yourself every single day. Not just when it's easy, not just when it's fun, but especially when it's not. So that's how you build confidence. That's how you build momentum. That's how you earn the results you're craving. It doesn't matter if your dream is big or small. It doesn't matter if it's been done before. What matters is that it matters to you, and that's reason enough to do the work. Not because it's guaranteed to work out perfectly, but because you're worth the effort. Your future is worth the investment. Your purpose is worth fighting for. So stop overthinking it. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop hoping someone else will make it easier. Get up, get focused, and do the work. Because the dream you want isn't found in your comfort zone. It's built day by showing up when it counts. Especially when no one else sees it but you. You have to stop waiting for someone to clap for you before you believe in yourself. Too many people are sitting around, putting their dreams on pause, waiting for validation from someone else, friends, family, strangers on the internet, before they finally go all in. But here's the truth. If you're always looking for outside approval, you will never be truly free. You'll always be chasing permission. You'll always be wondering if you're good enough, and you'll always hold back just a little because you're afraid someone else won't get it. Let's get one thing straight. You don't need anyone to get it. You don't need applause. You don't need a standing ovation before you start. The only validation you need is your own belief that what you're doing matters, that it's worth your time, that it's worth the effort, even if nobody notices right away, especially if nobody notices right away. You cannot build a dream while trying to please everyone. You can't chase approval and purpose at the same time. They pull in different directions. One is about how you're perceived. The other is about who you really are. And the sooner you choose purpose over approval, the faster your life starts to shift. You stop living for likes. You stop filtering your ideas through someone else's expectations. You stop editing yourself down to fit into a version of life that doesn't even excite you. The moment you stop seeking validation, you start stepping into your power. You start creating from a place of authenticity. You start trusting yourself. That's where the magic happens. That's when you stop asking, what will people think? And start asking, what do I think? And that shift right there, that's everything. Because the people who make the biggest impact aren't the ones who wait until they're accepted. They're the ones who accept themselves first. They decide that their voice matters, that their dream matters, that their time, their energy, their effort, it all has value. Even when no one's clapping, they're willing to be misunderstood. They're willing to look foolish. They're willing to stand alone if it means standing for something that matters to them. And that's what you've got to be willing to do. You've got to be okay with starting small, with being overlooked, with not getting the recognition you feel you deserve right away. Because that's how every dream starts, quietly, privately, without a lot of fanfare. But what matters is that you keep going, that you keep building, that you keep showing up. When you rely on external validation, you give away your power. You let other people's opinions control your potential. But when you decide that your belief in yourself is enough, everything changes. You become more resilient, more focused, more willing to take risks. You stop needing a crowd to tell you that you're on the right path. You know you are because you're building a life that feels right for you. Think about how many ideas never come to life because someone was afraid of what people might say. Think about how many dreams are abandoned because they didn't get applause fast enough. Don't let that be your story. Don't hand over your future just because someone else doesn't understand it. Not everyone will get your vision, and that's okay. It's your vision, not theirs. Not everyone will cheer for you, and that's okay too. You're not here to be liked. You're here to be real. You're here to do something meaningful. You're here to build something you can be proud of. And that doesn't start with approval. It starts with courage. So give yourself permission, right now. Permission to go after the thing that excites you. Permission to trust yourself. Permission to be bold, to be different, to be driven. Don't wait for the applause. Don't wait for someone to say, now you're ready. You're ready the moment you decide you are. Start clapping for yourself. Start believing that you have what it takes. Start acting like your dream is valid, even if nobody sees it yet. Because eventually, the world catches up. Eventually, the applause comes. But the people who earn it, they're the ones who kept moving long before the crowd showed up. Be that person. Believe in yourself enough to keep going. Even when the room is silent, that's how you win.